Greetings and welcome to another Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team video. Today I'm doing the stat show for August, covering all the global competitive tournament stats for Kill Team. But before we get into things, please remember to like and subscribe as well as comment. Let me know what you thought of the video and the stats and how you think the changes are going. And if you want, I've got a Discord you can check out in the episode description below, as well as a Patreon if you want to give me some more support. But yeah, I'll quickly go over all the stats, trying to be impartial on everything. And as always, they're claimed from BCP, so we're just recording the Best Coast pairing apps data. So if your tournament isn't there and you haven't gotten in touch, that's probably why. But all thanks goes to Hot Sauce Teddy. He's done all of this as always. Wouldn't be able to do without him. So let's get into the stats. So for August, we've had 39 events with 477 players and 1,528 games. With the country distribution, Spain is the 41% of games, with America at 20% effectively, and then England at 13.6, with Poland being 10.5. But you got a nice spread, including Russian results as well, so we've tried to include everything. So, sorting by tournament wins on the right-hand side, Novitiates have won the most tournaments with 8 undefeated runs and a win rate of basically 59%. Then Wormblade, well, also the popularity is 7%, which is really good, nice and reliable number. Then you've got Wormblade with a 59% win rate, winning 4 events, going undefeated 6 times, but with only 3.9%, meaning they had half the number of games. So it's not as reliable. Then you got Vetguard with 46%, 4 wins, 4 undefeated runs, and a good popularity ratings. Then you got Commandos with 4 event wins, 5 undefeated. Space Marines, which we basically are feeling our Intercession, is just because at the time Intercession weren't on Best Coast pairings. So they're at 45% with 3 tournament wins, so really solid. You got Legionnaires with a 50% win rate, so they've actually come down quite a bit. They were 58% in July, with 3 tournament wins and 5 undefeated runs, but they have a 15.1% representation rate, which is even bigger than last time. They're breaking records. Hunterclade are at 52% with 3 event wins, well, 53, with a decent 5.2% win rate, meta representation. Talons of the Emperor with 2 wins. Pathfinders with 2 wins, but 55% win rate. Their representation has gone down from 7% to 6.3, but still solid, and they actually look pretty healthy. Harlequins are at their lowest win rate ever at 49% with 2 event wins, 4 undefeated runs, but their representation has dropped from 7 to 5.9%. Then you got Corsairs. More importantly, though, we have Phobos Strike Team at 35% win rate, no event wins, going undefeated twice, 6.5% meta representation. So they've gone down from, I think it was 7 or 8, but their win rate was 36 and it's gone down to 35. And with a player drop, you would expect the win rate to go up, but it's actually gone worse. So Phobos are in the danger zone. They are not doing well at all. And then for comparison, Blooded are on 60% with 1 win, 1 undefeated run, but 1% popularity. So it was only from like 4 games or something. Overall, it looks pretty good apart from Novitiates, who are breaking it. And then Wormblade with a 59% as well, but Wormblade have a lot less games. And then the real loser is basically Phobos, who are 35%. Warp Coven have gone up a bit from 40 to 42. They're still not great, but Phobos, oh my gosh. So breaking down the monthly win rate and popularity and event wins, we can see Harlequins have actually gotten worse. You can see September, but September is not complete. September only has like 2 weeks of results, so you can ignore the September results. Looking at popularity, Legionary are just breaking ground for how popular they are as a faction, whether it be people playing them because they're good or proxying them because of Space Marine roles. Either way, they are super popular. Shockingly, Commandos are now the 2nd most popular faction for August, and then Pathfinders remain 3rd at 6.3%. No, actually they don't. Ignore me. Sorry. It is actually Vetguard at 7. Then you've also got Space Marines at 7.3. So Space Marines are the 2nd most popular faction in the world, and they are jumping up. Phobos have gone from 9.3 to 6.5. Obviously, players switching around. Novitiates. So the interesting thing is their representation has gone up from 5 to 7 with their win rate going up. So warning signs there. And then Pathfinder's win rate has gotten better with the play rate going down. And then, as you can look, Galloppox, I don't know why. I think someone accidentally selected Galloppox, so ignore that July result. It doesn't make any sense. How are people already using them for September? They're not even out yet. Anyway, we'll ignore that. So I've already covered the win rates, popularity, and then we've just got the event wins. So Harlequins are actually, this is their worst month so far, but they're still fine, which is crazy when you think about it. But Vet Guard are still being consistent tournament winners. 3, 7, 5, 4, 4. That's really good representation showing. They're still a really solid faction. Legionary have dropped from their peak, but they are like everyone's playing them. Pathfinders remain quite solid. Look at September. I wonder what happened in September. Who was playing them in September? Anyway, Commando's still doing really well as a faction. That's good for winning. And then Novitiate winning 6 tournaments. So the other thing we have now is this interactive table here. Ignore this. It's the matchup diagram. But it's basically, remember, the green zone is 45 to 55% win rate. This is 40 to 45 to 40, and this is 55 to 60. So remember, if you're in the orange, you're in the danger zone of either needing some needing some buffs or needing some nerfs. And if you're above that, you're in like nerf territory. So obviously, we've got Cadra, Mercenary, and Grey Knights up at the top right. But these are from 18 games. This is from 3. And it's not really reliable. Obviously, you've got Legionary with 231 games at the max. But in the middle, you've got 100 games, right? So these games aren't really reliable. You can kind of ignore all of this. So up here, we've got Blooded, 60% win rate from 45 games. Maybe they're fine. Wormblade, holding well, 59 games, 59%. But yeah, look, Phobos, 100 games, 35% win rate. Warp Coven, not too bad. They're just below the acceptable range. Then you got Corsairs and Harlequins evenly matched. Commandos, Veteran Guardsmen, and basically Intercession. And then you got Novitiates up the top. So as I said, overall it looks pretty healthy. And the matchup diagram is just for matchups. But that's pretty much it. So for the stats overview, once again, everything is pretty healthy. The only really outlier are Novitiates, who really kind of dominated August in a worrying fashion. So maybe, because we have a balanced data slate coming at the end of September, well, we should anyway, maybe this will affect them, because they are basically this faction that will go 55, 50, 50, spike up to 60, then go down the next month, and then spike up again. Like every quarter, they gain at least a 60% win rate. Legionary seems to have kind of like drawing in all these players, but then holding at a 50% win rate. Harlequins seem fine now. Pathfinders, despite their feared power, are still acceptable. Hunterclade are holding their own in the middle ground as well. And it's just poor Phobos. Warp Coven do need some help, but they've actually improved in August. Warp Coven, Phobos are just in a horrible, horrible place. They desperately need some help. And I think this is just going to persist for them, or probably get worse, because Intercession kind of overshadowed them completely, especially when you already had Legionary doing a better job as a Marine team than them. So hopefully Phobos get some kind of buffs, but it'll be interesting to see what buffs they get, because I think 2 months in a row for a bespoke team with 35% with such a high player representation is not a good sign. But once again, we've had a pretty much even month. This month has just had some more outliers. And I think Teddy was telling me like it's this was Kill Team's like most active month or something. Like, or it was last week we had the most tournaments, but that was the week of Nova. So there was just a lot of tournaments happening around the world. But as we can see, there's lots of tournaments happening everywhere. Everyone's playing more games. We've got more events. It's really cool. I think for September, once again, America overtakes Spain, which is an amazing feat because they did it last month and they're probably going to do it again for September. So it's really good on America there. Like, there's just events growing all over the place and it's really good to see. So hopefully, well, in September, so the problem going into September is we're going to get stats mixed up with Into the Dark and normal Kill Team. So I beg you, TOs, if you're doing an Into the Dark tournament, put it as the title, because we're probably going to have to do like Into the Dark stats and normal stats. Don't run mixed tournaments, please. The stats are going to get so messed up with mixed tournaments. Like, don't mix Kill Team and Into the Dark, please. But apart from that, I'm interested to see how the meta develops. We've got like 5 new teams or something. You know, you've got, Intercession are already there, but you've got the Imperial Navy Breachers, the Fast Stalk or Kinbad, then you've got the Elusian Starstriders and the Galapox Infected. So 4 new teams, already getting some results on there on the board. So it'll be interesting to see how they develop. But that's pretty much it for now. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe as well as comment. Let me know what you thought of the stats and the trends. What do you think of the outliers as well? And if you want, I've got a Discord you can check out in the episode description below, as well as a Patreon if you want to give me some more support. And I'll quickly thank my patrons. So for my Adepts of the Crit, I have Zamaru, Sam, Tarun, Kenzie, John Thomas, Dave, Average Joe 27 and Adzik. And then for my Veterans of the Crit, I have Sam, Joe and Confucius. So thank you so much for all your support. It really helps and it means a lot to me. But yeah, once again, thanks goes to Hot Sauce Teddy. He's done all the work. I'm just the face. Hopefully the light isn't too bright for people. It's my recording lights. Anyway, I'll be back with more content soon. I hope you enjoyed this look at the stats. Tried to keep it nice and brief. I'll have an article version in the episode description below, either at the time the video goes live or like a few hours later. But that's pretty much it. This is going to be a packed week. So I'm doing 3 videos. Obviously the stats. Then I'm doing, hopefully, my Nova Vlog video. And then I've got another battle report for Into the Dark. So Kill Team people are eating. And I'm going to go edit more videos and wish I could sleep more. So until next time, no matter what the stats say, remember, there's always a chance that you can roll a crit.